A lot of times we're faced with the need to share our calendar with other people. And fortunately, Outlook has made a lot of options available to us for doing just that. Some people might be connected to what's called an Exchange server. If you are, sharing your calendar is very, very simple. Now, that's kind of an advanced option, so I'm not going to be able to get into details about that, and I don't have an Exchange server to demonstrate it to you, but it's very simple to share a calendar in that case. You can select who you want to share it with, and then they've got access basically from their computer. They can look at your calendar and see what you got going. Your appointments, time that you'll be away, any of that kind of stuff. Now, in addition to sharing it, you can also do what's called publish your calendar. And I'm going to click the little tick marks there, and you'll notice that I have one calendar selected, and I can go down here to publish my calendar. Now, if I do this, I've got to have an Office Online account. So I'm going to register there, and then I'm going to publish that calendar, and then I'll invite people to access it. Let's go ahead and go through the process here. I'm going to sign in. I'll type my email address. Click I accept. And you only have to do this one time, by the way. Try to pick a username there. And we'll click finish. And that's it. Now we're prompted to go ahead and publish a calendar. So for the time span, let's do the previous 30 days through the next 60 days. So that's going to give us a total of 90 days. And then for the detail, what do we want to specify? Time is going to be shown if it's selected for free, busy, tentative, or out of office. So this is basically showing availability. Now, if you want to do full details, that's going to tell them everything about what you got going on, basically. So right now, I'll leave it at availability. And then you can have it specify only time within my working hours. So I don't want people to see, what I'm doing after hours or on the weekend or anything like that. And then permission, only invited users can view the calendar. So I don't want to make it public where anybody can view it. Now, you might have a need that you want to make it available for everybody, and that's where you would select that option. Let's go ahead and click OK. Outlook is going to connect to the web server. The calendar was published. Do you want to send a sharing invitation to let people access the calendar you just published? Yes. So who do we want to send this to? Let's do my Mac computer, and we'll send that to, and they will get an invitation to come and take a look at my calendar. Again, they will be doing that. That's all hosted on Microsoft's server if you're doing this. And there's no cost to you, so this is a simple way to do that. Now, in addition to this, let's say you didn't want to really depend on Microsoft, or you wanted a little bit more control over what's going on, or you just wanted a place where anybody can go and they can see kind of what's going on with your schedule, or maybe it's a company schedule, anything like that, any kind of calendar information. And I'll show you actually in the next video, I'm going to show you how to create multiple calendars. So for example, let's say you had a special company calendar to let all your employees know what's going to be happening that particular month in the company. Well, you could have that calendar that somebody's managing, and then they can go in and save that calendar as a web page. You can put that on your company server. Let me show you how to do that. Go up to, with the calendar selected, go up to File and Save as Web Page. And then we select the start date and the end date. It's going to default to the next 2 months, usually the month that you're in, the beginning of that month, and the end of the next month. So in this case, I'm going to move it back to just 1 month. We're going to include all the appointment details. You can use a nice fancy background if you want to. And then calendar title, let's just call this company schedule. And you can have any kind of information, okay? Anything that you would put in your calendar, that's going to show up. So I'm sure if you're in manufacturing or shipping, anything like that, obviously you can see some real benefits of using this. But we're going to go ahead and select Browse to specify where we want to put this. I'm going to put a new folder here. We're going to call this Company Calendar. And this will be, again, company calendar. Using the dash there because when we're going to create HTML, it's best to use a dash as opposed to a space. And we'll go ahead and save that. It's going to open it up in a browser. Yes, go ahead and allow that. It's going to open it up in a browser for us once it's done. And let's double click this and get the size down a little bit. Now, obviously, let's go ahead and allow blocked content here. Obviously, I didn't do too much with colors and making it, nice and pretty, but this again is something that now is available. I can upload this entire thing onto my web server, and people will be able to go to the address there. I can put a little link. People will be able to go to it, and they'll be able to take a look at the company schedule or my own personal schedule, whatever I have elected to do. And now, just like I promised, in the next exercise, we'll take a look at creating multiple calendars so that maybe you can manage somebody else's calendar and a company calendar and all that.